Fire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Hello and welcome to a match between TramVai and Dead or Alive. My name is Radnor. I will be casting this match here this evening, and as you can see they are already underway. We've got bans coming out of Nyx Assassin and Lifestealer from TramVai, and Keeper of the Light will be banned out for Dead or Alive, as well as an IO. Good bans there. Great abilities with the recall and the relocate. Something you don't want to be going up against, and that's why Dead or Alive banned him out. As well as great ganking potential with Nyx Assassin. Lifestealer, of course, is a very good support, good carry. Even without a lot of support, he can do a lot of damage. So no surprise to see him being banned out here. We are going to go into first pick for TramVai.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
They're going to be using a little bit of their reserve time right here before they pick their first pick. Pretty understandable. You just had some pretty big heroes banned off the board, and of course you're never quite sure where the other team is going to go with this. They are going to be going with the Great Initiator Magnus. Of course, tremendous amount of damage that he puts out with that shockwave. His skewer, definitely a good skill, but the true power of Magnus is in his reverse polarity. Once he hits level 6, this Magnus becomes a super team fighting monster, and games can be won or broke with this. I do expect Dead or Alive to be picking up a Rubik pick in order to counter the Magnus. Of course, Rubik, once he gets to level 6, has that spell steal and can use the reverse polarity against the team if he's able to get it without dying, of course. A little bit of reserve time is going to be used up by Team Dead or Alive. Other than a Rubik pick, there's a lot of heroes in here. You've got great support still in the pool, like Shadow Demon and Bane. You want to pick someone like them up before the second ban phase. And we do see a Batrider and Outworld Devourer actually being picked up here. Batrider, of course, a great initiator, tremendous skill with that lasso. It can bring one of your biggest heroes out of the group, drop it down in a great team fight, and it just is unnerving to know that there's a Batrider up against you. A Luna is going to be being picked up, and TramVai actually picks up the Rubik here to not allow Dead or Alive to have it. Luna, of course, a very good late game carry, tremendous amount of damage once those glaives are fully leveled up, and as she continues to grow, you'll see her dropping towers very quickly. And you've got the Rubik, of course, great support with the Rubik. He has the telekinesis, which has a very good amount of stun ability, not just for the duration of the lift of the person, but the area that you drop him, it can stun multiple heroes. And his Fade Bolt does a good amount of damage and reduces the actual amount of damage you receive back. Rubik, of course, a great pick here. And you've got some good spells to steal. You can steal the lasso from Batrider. It's always amusing to watch when he steals skills. And that's definitely putting some pressure onto Dead or Alive in these picks. I'm sure they were planning on picking up a Rubik, but of course Team TramVai was quicker to pick him up. They are going to be picking up a Jakiro here. Good support with Jakiro. The Ice Path is definitely a skill that you'll see leveled up very quickly with this Jakiro. Micropyre is a very good damaging skill, and it's very good at deterring even higher level heroes from walking up to the destination they were trying to previously. Very good pick here. We're going to go into the second ban phase for each of these teams, and Gyrocopter will be the first ban in the second phase. Gyrocopter, of course, a very good late-game carry. Tremendous amount of damage that he has with that flat cannon, especially if he picks up something like a Divine Rapier. Not a lot of heroes can keep up with him at that point, and no surprise to see him banned out.
Dire team banned.
Shadow Demon is also being banned out here. Of course, as I was saying earlier, Shadow Demon is a very popular pick, and if you don't pick him before the second ban phase, you can usually expect to see him banned out. The Disruption, good hold, as well as those illusions can cause problems, or you can use it on an offensive stance and put your carry in the Disruption, and you basically got a free Manta style out of it. So you can use those illusions offensively or defensively, and that is why Shadow Demon is going to be banned out. Of course, Phantom Lancer's banned out, as well as a Darkseer. Both of them understandable. Darkseer, great in a team fight with that Wall of Replica. Phantom Lancer, tremendous carry late game, especially once he gets that farm. Usually after the 30-minute mark, he can knock just about anybody out of a lane. And Bane is going to be banned out as well. Like I said earlier, Bane and Shadow Demon tend to either see the fight or see the second phase ban, because they are not someone you want going up against you, and if you don't pick them, they will be banned. Not someone that you want freely walking in as a Bane with that Enfeeble. Can definitely reduce the amount of damage that you do, as well as just his Fiend's Grip, a tremendous skill there. We are going to see Lone Druid as the final ban for Team Dead or Alive. Understandable to see him. He has great push potential with that bear, a great amount of damage output, especially once he gets that bear fully leveled up. It's got the Entangle, as well as the Destroy to towers. You can watch towers and racks fall with a Lone Druid, and it makes sense to see him being banned out here. We've got good picks overall. We've got great initiation from both the Magnus and the Batrider. We see a good carry in Luna, a good carry in Outworld Devourer. You've got the supports of Jakiro and Rubik. Pretty even. I do say if it has to go to late game, if Outworld Devourer cannot pick up the items needed, Luna has greater potential late game with her Eclipse, with that Lunar Blessing, but especially with that Glaive. Luna can push the towers, and Outworld Devourer has a very good chance, if he can keep up on his farm, stay on top of the CS, and get the items he needs. But if he's not able to, you're going to see the Zelina plow over him. Outworld Devourer, of course, a very great hero. Definitely a nightmare for intelligence-based heroes like the Rubik. Not something you want to be going up against as an Outworld Devourer. If you can steal your intelligence, you have lack of mana as well. A Treant Protector is going to be picked up here. He is, of course, a great, especially early to mid-game defensive hero. His living armor can not only keep towers up, but keep heroes up that you expected to kill. He does have a little bit less scalability in the extreme late game, but that all depends on how quick this match will end. We do see a Weaver being picked up over here. Weaver, of course, a very good carry, great damage potential, but especially good when it comes down to his survivability. He is one of the most survivable characters with that time lapse. With his Shikuchi, you expect to see him up, especially once he gets a Lincoln's up and running. He's got a chance to block certain spells cast on him. I mean, you're talking about a survivor if there ever was one. Very good lineups here. We've got the defensive stance coming out from TramVai, and a more offensive stance coming out from Dead or Alive. There is going to be an Alchemist pickup here. Alchemist, of course, a very good late game hero. He can get a lot of gold with that Gravel's Greed. No surprise there, and he has great damage potential. The further this game gets, you'll see his attack speed continue to grow, and with that Chemical Rage, he is a hero that is hard to stop. As well as that Unstable Concoction, a very good stun if it doesn't hit himself. But once he gets the Shadow Blade up and running, you expect to see him have even more survivability and a better chance of getting hits with that Unstable Concoction. So great pickup here. That's a very nice team lineup from Team TramVai. And we've got one more pick coming out of Team Dead or Alive. It wouldn't surprise me to see something like a Leshrac pick up. Leshrac, of course, able to drop towers very quickly with that Diabolic Edict.
10 seconds remaining.
He's a very good support.
5 seconds remaining.
Overlooked sometimes, and we are going to see the Silencer pick up. Silencer, of course, a very good hero with that global silence once he hits level 6. Definitely something to keep an eye on. So, good team matchups here. This matchup is going to be underway in just a second. And once we are in this matchup, I will go over who has who, and I will go over the lanes.
Ten seconds remaining.
And it looks like we have a quick disconnect out here
5 seconds
from Team
remaining.
Dead on Arrival. They should be fixing that up here shortly. While they do that, I'm going to go over the heroes and who has who. Okay. I'm going to start on the Dire side for now. We've got Bland BL on Magnus. We've got Star on Luna. Set on Alchemist. Mason on Rubik. And Tortic on Treant Protector. We do have a quick server disconnect here. We've got Tower Bane on Jakiro, Y009 on Batrider, Seal Udis on Weaver. I do not know the other two heroes who picked up who, so we're going to have to wait for them to connect in. Again, this is a matchup between Dead or Alive and TramVai. My name is Radnor. Glad you guys could tune into this matchup. And, well, they fixed their disconnect problems. I'm just going to talk about something real quick here. The Compendium, it's great for the International 2013. We've seen some very big lists of items that you can acquire, from taunts to choosing a 1 vs 1 matchup at the International. The big one is at the $3.2 million level. They are going to let us as Compendium owners choose the next hero to be integrated into Dota 2. I personally am very impressed with the Dota 2 community as a whole. We've seen a lot of these Compendiums being picked up. You get a good courier, which will be upgradable as you watch matches for the International, including the qualifiers. As of right now, you'll get this battle bonus, which you should be seeing up here in this match. I expect to see at least someone with the battle bonus. It gives you 125% for battle points increase, as well as a 25% increase for everybody on the server. So definitely helpful for not just you, but for your teammates. And if you and a whole team pick it up, you get an extra 125% if one team picks it up, and it goes to everyone on the server. I've definitely been just letting people know to go ahead and pick it up, because it's something that not only helps you, but it helps the community. Right now, the International 2013 is the largest esports event ever. It beats any other tournaments from any other games. It has passed any other tournament, and it's all because of fans and the players who are picking up this compendium. It's $10, well worth it, and it helps out the community as a whole. As for the last two heroes, we have at Dr. K on Silencer, and the Red Snow is playing Outworld Devourer. We're going to be seeing Weaver up in the top lane. In the bottom lane, we're going to see Batrider.
30 seconds
He's going to
to
be
battle.
solo in the bottom lane, and in the mid is going to be Outworld Devourer. To be joined on the top lane is going to be Silencer and Jakiro. We're going to have a Magnus, what looks like bottom, Luna in mid, and a tri-lane up top of Alchemist, Trinket Protector, and Rubik. We do see some wards coming out here from the Dire team, just keeping an eye on this bottom rune spot, as well as
The
just
battle begins.
awareness in the jungle here from the Dire. And there's 3 of those battle point boosters there. So it just shows. It helps if you have that compendium. It helps the people you're with, and it'll allow you to get better items overall. If not, it'll at least help you to level up quicker and get those items that you want. So, enough about that. This match is underway. And we are going to see a Shikuchi coming out on the Rubik. It's going to be followed up by a couple hits. No real damage here, even with the glaive from Silencer. There's going to be a couple heroes to watch in this matchup. You're going to have the great plays that Rubik can put out, especially once he hits that spell steal at level 6. He is definitely going to be a hero to keep an eye on. Another hero to keep an eye on is the Alchemist. Alchemist has great potential. You can see an Alchemist wipe a whole team in a matter of seconds if the team is unaware, even at earlier levels. And we do see some dewarding coming out here. Very good awareness from this Dire team. Just aware of what's going on, and no surprise to see that. Of course, Luna has great push potential. Outworld Devourer can definitely cause problems overall on the map. But I truly expect the plays to be between the Rubik with that spell steal, or some great RPs from the Magnus. He's a hero that can definitely have game-changing plays. I've seen plays that were, teams that were 10,000 experience behind, and a couple well-placed RPs can set your team to even
Somebody actually died.
and even to plus. We do see Alchemist up top getting the kill on Weaver. Of course, Weaver has very low health to start with. The Shikuchi is pretty much the big surviving factor, but not enough to keep him alive against the mighty Alchemist. So we're going to see the first blood going to Team TramVai. We're pretty even on CS. If we look, Luna in mid is getting help from that living armor, definitely giving her an advantage in this mid lane. She's going to be going down and picking up the haste rune on the bottom. We do see some good damage coming out onto Rubik, but Alchemist again going to be catching out the Weaver and sending him packing with his Shikuchi.
Is missing.
A lot of these early plays, you're going to notice that that living armor is going to be huge when it's involved with this. That Trinket Protector is going to be causing a lot of problems. And we do see some big damage coming out here on Luna from Batrider. He had the high ground, and we do see Magnus fall to the tower as well. Very well done. Up top, we saw Jakiro and Alchemist fall to the Weaver. Rubik's in a bad position, but that living armor, again, going to keep him alive with the help of the Trinket Protector, and we're going to be having the Alchemist teleport back into top.
Too bad for you.
And it was the Rubik who got the kill on the Jakiro in the top lane. So it's currently 3-2. If we look at the XP graph, it is going in the way of the Radiant. They're currently a little over 1,000 in advantage, and only 500 in advantage for the Radiant. The big reason why is if we look at this Alchemist, he's already got 2 points in his Gravel's Greed. It's going to give him that gold advantage. Maybe not this early in the game, but you're going to start to see it coming out even at this level, and it will just continue to be a headache for this Radiant team if they can't keep him down. Against Sakuchi, trying to get the Alchemist up, but he's very aware of what's going on, knows to move back.
Middle is missing.
We are going to see Luna coming up with the Illusion Rune in the mid, coming in to attack Outworld Devourer here. He is going to be able to get hit by one Lucent Beam, but he's going to make it back inside of his tower range, and he's going to survive. Got the Radiant team just sitting here in the jungle waiting. They're hoping to get the Ice Path here from the Jakiro, hoping to block them off from their tower and maybe move in on someone from this Dire team, but they're just not in the position they need to be, and they were hoping to group someone off on their own. And we are going to have the telekinesis up on Jakiro. The Ice Path is coming out. Alchemist is on the wrong side of it. He does get the Unstable Concoction off on Silencer, and that is going to be the end of Silencer to the Alchemist. We do see some minor damage coming out to Treant Protector, but he is going to walk away with that living armor on him. And Weaver's the one that is in sort of a bad position here. He's going to be okay, but of course, again, that living armor is out on the Alchemist. We see his health definitely going up, and it's causing a definite advantage for this Dire team at this time. We do hear the Unstable Concoction coming out. It is going to get a hit. We see beautiful Eclipse coming out from Luna. Alchemist going in on Silencer. He's taking a very good amount of damage, and he is going to go down to the Shikuchi from the Weaver. Luna is actually able to get the kill on Silencer, and they're going head to head. Luna versus Weaver. We're going to see a Tango coming out. Luna's in a very bad position. The TP is going to come out, and the living armor is on Luna, giving her the ability to survive, but not to take down the Weaver. Rubik did teleport in just in time to back up that Luna, and if it wouldn't have been for that, we could have seen Luna not surviving that matchup there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Killing spree.
Batrider did get a kill on bottom to the Magnus. He survived with about 45 health left. Very, very dangerous play there, especially up against a level 7 Magnus. Even with his RP spent, Batrider made it out. We do see some damage coming out to the tier 1 tower in mid. Tower's a little over half health before Outworld Devourer is going to fall back to his side.
Doesn't even have arms to defend itself. What a brave tower.
The score is currently 5-5. We're going to see an advantage in XP to the Radiant of a little over 1,500, almost 2,000, and we're going to see it pretty much breaking even. Anything that the Grievel's Greed is giving an advantage of to Alchemist, we're seeing it go the other way, and we are going to see a beautiful Ice Path come out. Jakiro falls very quickly to that Chemical Rage. Weaver gets a kill on Rubik with the Shikuchi. We are going to see the Silence come out from the Silencer himself. Shikuchi on through Alchemist. Alchemist cooking up that Unstable Concoction. He wants to hit Weaver. There he goes. Weaver is hit. There is going to be the body block. Ice Path comes in. Shikuchi out. Weaver might make it out of this fight alive. And with that final Shikuchi, we're going to see Weaver make it. Not able to go up on the Treant himself, but we do hear the unstable concoction coming out, and it's going to hit Alchemist here. His opponents were just too far out of range, unable to get that final hit. If we look at items here, we see Power Treads up on Luna and Alchemist. He also has a Ring of Basilius. Pretty much standard boots on everyone else. Silencer doesn't even have a standard set of boots yet. We do see some big damage coming out on Rubik, and Silencer is able to get the final hit on Rubik. Weaver is going to drop here from the Luna. And beautiful Eclipse. Even though she was stuck in the ice path, she got the Eclipse off, and it took down Jakiro here on the top lane. Alchemist does have that living armor cast on him. He is going to be going and helping push this creep wave to the tower, staying just outside tower range in order to get those last hits. That Grievel's Greed all the way maxed up at level 4, giving him some bonus extra gold every time he gets a last hit. So that's going to come into big play coming up here. We're going to expect to see him getting his bigger items. He's already got 1,330 gold, which is definitely not going to be hurting him much there. And he's going to be picking up his Claymore.
Middle is missing.
Very good pressure out of these two teams. If we look at net worth, you see Alchemist on top with 3,700, Outworld Devourer close behind at 3,500, and Batrider close behind that. We do see, again, good plays coming out of this Silencer. He's able to get that Curse of the Silent out, do some very good damage until these heroes actually cast the spell. And Alchemist is going to be in a bad spot. Very good try from Jakiro. He's trying to block him off from his support, making it so that they could move in on him solo. But we see the teleports coming in of Magnus. Magnus having his RP up and running. He's hoping to catch someone. The unstable concoction is out. It's going to hit up Weaver. Weaver is going to Shikuchi in. The silence. Oh, RP on Silencer. Silencer is taking a huge amount of damage. We expect one more shockwave, and there it is. Silencer drops here. Very good amount of damage coming out, and Treant Protector gets the kill on Jakiro. The Chemical Rage is going to come out, and they're going to clear this creep wave, start moving down towards that tower, and the Living Armor is up on Magnus. He's going to be heading back. Very well played there. Beautiful play, even with the Weaver going down as quickly as he did. It was that unstable concoction followed by a beautiful follow-up from the Alchemist team there. And we are going to see some damage coming out from the Weaver. He's going to time-lapse out of it just because he did take a very good amount of damage from that Magnus. Weaver, of course, wow, great shockwave there. Weaver not having a whole lot of health to start with. He's down to 400, which is half of his 834. Magnus, of course, in a little bit better position health-wise. He's just a tankier hero overall.
Is under attack. That's not gonna hold.
We do see the lasso out on Rubik. Rubik's being dragged through, and beautiful flame break there. He is going to drop here to the Silencer. Gets the last hit on that Rubik. Good rotation here. We did see Outworld Devourer come up to help cause some problems against this Dire team, and we expect some more pressure coming out. Batrider's here, Outworld Devourer is here, Silencer and Jakiro. And we've only got Alchemist and Treant Protector up here. So we expect to see them moving in. I don't even know if they realize there's a ward right here. They think they're hiding here in the trees. But this Dire team has some very good warding up. Rather than see the chemical rage come out very quickly, Outworld Devourer putting Treant Protector in the prison. Global Silence is out. Very good amount of damage is going to come out of this Eclipse, and we see Luna getting a kill on Outworld Devourer and Batrider very quickly from that beautifully placed Eclipse there. Right after the Global Silence came out, it dropped 2 heroes almost immediately. Beautiful play from the Luna. We do see the Shadow Blade coming out to the Alchemist. Luna is pushing some pressure on that mid tower.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
She's got 1,300 gold and on her way to building that BKB, which will give her even more survivability in a team fight. And we do see Batrider trying to come in and catch the Luna out, just not able to. His blink is up in 6 seconds, but Luna was blessed by the gods of the runes and catches a haste rune out here. We do see the lifesteal come out of the ice path here. Beautiful turnaround from the Rubik here, and Luna comes in and just decimates Jakiro. We do see the smoke coming up. Rubik's in a bad position. He saw them from the high ground, and they're going to be coming up on Treant Protector. Treant Protector is caught up in the imprisonment. We are going to see the telekinesis from Batrider. Rubik did steal. It's always funny to see Rubik steal skills. He's doing a good amount of damage, but he is going to drop here to the Outworld Devourer. Weaver gets a kill on the Magnus. And they're going on Luna. They want to be able to get her out.
I feel sad for them. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Rubik had, of course, stolen the Firefly, giving him some extra damage, but it's always amusing to watch Rubik flying around, dropping fire behind him. If that doesn't give you some amusement, I don't know what does. Of course, we see Outworld Devourer here. He does have his power treads up finally. He has a Force Staff, giving him a little bit of an advantage. If we look at the XP charts, the XP were in about 4,000 advantage for the Dire. It's swinging back at a little over 1,600 advantage. And still, 4,000 gold advantage for the Dire. That Grievel's Greed is doing a lot of it. If we look, almost 1,000 advantage, specifically just in Alchemist. And if we look at items here, we're going to see Blink is up on Batrider. That's going to give him a big advantage. Outworld Devourer does have Force Staff up. Jakiro is very much lacking in items. He only has Tangos. Mana Boots are up on Magnus. Power Treads. Luna is partially built up on her BKB here. We do see the Shadow Blade and the Power Treads on the Alchemist. Mana Boots out on Treant Protector. We do see the imprisonment coming out on Luna. Beautiful Eclipse, but Luna's going to drop here. Rubik is put in the imprisonment once again, and he is going to drop here to the Weaver. The Living Armor is out on the Tier 1 tower, giving it a little bit of extra survivability, but it's probably going to be going down here. We do see the Alchemist coming out with the Shadow Blade. The Unstable Concoction already out. Beautiful RP. He's going to be caught up with the lasso, though. Global Silence comes out. The RP catches. We're seeing Magnus is going to drop right here. One more hit. He's going to skewer out of the trees. Beautiful Living Armor placement. And Rubik's going to come back into the fight. He's going with the Telekinesis on Silencer. Fadebolt not able to take down the Silencer himself.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And we do see the Shadow Bladed up Alchemist here. He is going to take the Unstable Concoction to himself. The living armor is going to come back out and just help him survive out of his own unstable concoction here. We do see a TP scroll and a headdress coming out to Outworld Devour. He is building towards that mech.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Oh, that's got to hurt.
Weaver's coming mid. There is going to be 2 teleports mid. Outworld Devourer and
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Silencer. They just want to defend this mid tower. You lose a lot of ground when you lose that tier 1 mid. We do see the whole team of Dire is here. All 5 of them. The Chemical Rage is out on Alchemist, and he's going to be headed up top. We do see smoke out on the Radiant team here. And the Overgrowth is out from Treant Protector. Micropire, beautiful RP catching up 2 people. Alchemist gets a kill on Silencer and Jakiro. Rubik is going to get a kill on Outworld Devourer, and we see a beautiful kill on Weaver there. Batrider was able to get a kill on Rubik, but we see him drop very quickly to the Luna Alchemist combo. And we expect to see this tier 1 tower going down. It's a complete team wipe. Jakiro is the only person that is up. Silencer just comes in, but they are going to be able to drop this tier 1 tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. That's not gonna hold.
And Blink Skewer from Magnus, he's able to quickly just bring that Jakiro down, and Alchemist gets last hit, and they're going to take the tier 2 tower. Nice swarm coming out on Alchemist. He is going to Shadow Blade up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. About time. Oh, that's not good for the Radiant. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And if we look at the advantage of gold, it's definitely swinging in the way of the Dire. As for kills, we've got 9 kills on Luna, 8 kills on Alchemist, 5 kills on the Weaver, 4 kills for Batrider and Silencer.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Run, little bottom tower. Run.
We do see Treant Protector and Magnus coming top. That living armor is going to keep this tower alive, and you see the health going up on it rather quickly. It just shows the power of the Treant. Even late game, he might not be able to do a whole lot of help with the team fight here. He is going to be picking up his mech in about 200, a little less than 150 gold. So that will be a big team fight advantage for them. It'll give some extra survivability for this team, as if the living armor wasn't enough. And we do see an invisible Luna coming up on Silencer. He doesn't know she's there, but she's going to back up and wait for a team. There's an Outworld Devourer. He is going to get caught up here. Beautiful Lucent Gleam. RP almost catches, but that Force Staff gets him out. We are going to see Jakiro falling here very quickly. The Eclipse comes out from Luna. Ton of damage. Global Silence out. We are going to see the lasso out on Luna. Silencer is the next to fall. Magnus and Luna both fall here, but not before Outworld Devourer and Treant fall. It's a fight between the Shikuchi'd up Rubik and the Shikuchi'd up Weaver. We are going to see Alchemist here trying to hunt down that Batrider. The Unstable Concoction is going to hit, and Batrider is going to fall to the Alchemist. Weaver is trying to get the kill on the Alchemist here. A good amount of damage coming out. We do see the Shikuchi coming out from Rubik. Rubik is going to be trying to kill this Weaver. And beautiful play by the Shikuchi to Rubik. Oh, what a team fight. And the living armor does come out on Alchemist here. Helping him survive, he's already got an assault cuirass up, giving him extra attack speed, extra armor, and it gives him that aura as well. He's got the Shadow Blade up. The unstable concoction is going to hit on Jakiro, and Jakiro is going to fall to the Alchemist.
The boss said you had to go.
The Radiant's bottom tower.
Just shows the power of that Chemical Rage. He is just getting some mega farm here on this bottom lane. The Empower is going to come out from the Magnus, making him even scarier, and this Tier 2 tower on the bottom is going to fall. Batrider trying to come to contest, but he just knows that he is not able to.
About time.
And if we look at the net worth here, we see Alchemist is at almost 12,500. Luna's at 9,600. Magnus is at 6,900. And Outworld Devourer on the Radiant is the highest at 6,600. He's still just getting his mechanism sent out to him. He just picked up the recipe for that. It just shows the advantage that this Dire team has. They are going to be going in on Roche now. The living armor coming out on Alchemist, that'll definitely help him stay alive in this Roche fight. Not that he really needed it, but hey, every little bit helps. And the Empower is going to come out as well as the Chemical Rage. We are going to see Roche fall very quickly here. No contest from the Radiant, and Alchemist is going to get the Aegis. He's got 7 seconds before his Chemical Rage is up. Expect to see him use that on this Ancient stack. The living armor is out. He actually is just stacking the Ancient. And there it comes. He is going to get into the middle of this group with that Chemical Rage and drop that whole Ancient stack camp. Look at the damage output from the Alchemist. He took that camp down very quickly with very little damage. We're going to see Yasha coming out to Luna. We do see a Maelstrom on the courier as well. That is going to be coming to the Alchemist. And there is his Maelstrom, giving him even more damage, even more attack speed, and that's going to be bringing his attack to 0.63 seconds per attack. Beautiful plays coming out here. If we look at the XP chart, we see a 12,000 advantage in the way of the Dire, and over a 15,000 advantage for gold. At this point in time, with the Aegis still being up on the Alchemist, there's not really a whole lot this Radiant team can do except try to stay away. Alchemist is already a huge threat. And we do see the tier 2 drop on the top lane. Alchemist, of course, being a huge threat. Now that he's got Maelstrom, we expect to see that causing even more problems. But it's just a bad position. We do see Lasso coming out from Batrider on Alchemist. The Ice Path comes out. Alchemist is going to drop here. The Global Silence was out. We do see the Aegis on the ground. Good amount of damage coming out from that Eclipse. Luna is BKB'd up. We are going to see Batrider drop. The only person to walk away is going to be the Shikuchi'd up Weaver here. And it just shows that even with Magnus down, even with Rubik down, even with Treant down, that Alchemist and Luna can come in and cause problems. Weaver being at about half health, unable to really come in
Oh, that's not good.
and fight this Alchemist Luna
Radiant's top tower
combo.
has fallen. Not so radiant anymore, it turns out.
Luna does have the Helm of the Dominator up, as well as her Yasha. We're going to see
Radiant's top barracks died.
the melee barracks dropping on the top lane.
Radiant's top barracks are going dim. Radiant's top barracks have fallen.
Weaver's at even less health now, running back after he's Shikuchi'd. We do see everyone except for the Batrider in. Batrider will be in about 8 seconds, and Alchemist is going to be walking back from this one. And there it is. There's Mjolnir, everyone. Alchemist has it. We are going to see that causing even more problems. And there's the Shadow Blade. He's got the Unstable Concoction up. The Imprisonment is out on Alchemist here. He is going to be lassoed up, even in a Shadow Blade. He is going to drop here. Beautiful play. We see the mechanism coming out. Treant Protector is going to fall inside of the Ice Path. And they're trying to turn it around. Outworld Devourer. Beautiful mechanism play. We do see the Imprisonment coming out. The blink up from Batrider. They're going to be catching Luna out. She is going to BKB up. You are going to see a good amount of damage coming out. Batrider is going to fall from the glaive bounce. The Ice Path as well as the Imprisonment. We do see a beautiful RP in from Magnus. And there goes Silencer and Jakiro. Rubik is going to come in, get the telekinesis up on Outworld Devourer. The Shikuchi's up. Magnus is in the Imprisonment. Magnus is going to blink out. And we do see Rubik taking a very good amount of damage here. Rubik is going to fall. Luna is coming back in. She wants to get the kill on Outworld Devourer here. The Imprisonment is going to come out, and Outworld is going to back away from the fight. Not Weaver. Weaver is coming in. We do see the Eclipse come out. And there, Outworld Devourer falls. Beautiful, beautiful play. Backtrack from the Weaver, and the Living Armor is up on Luna. Luna is doing a very good amount of damage. The Lucent Beam comes out. Weaver is able to get the kill on the Magnus, and Weaver will walk away from that fight. There was a lot of buybacks in that, and the Living Armor is up on Luna, and Luna wants the Weaver. Weaver will be going to the side shop and buying a TP and headed to bottom. Wow, that was an exciting matchup. We just saw team member after team member come in, and we still see, even after that, no real swing in the XP or gold grabs. Ice Path comes out. We see Alchemist again caught up in the lasso. He's going to have the Unstable Concoction coming out. Swarm, 2 seconds, 1.5 seconds. He's going to be stunned by his own. Global Silence comes out. We see the mechanism come out, and Alchemist is going to fall. We see the Overgrowth coming out from Treant Protector. Luna is going to fall as well. We do see the Telekinesis up on Outworld Devourer, but Treant Protector is going to die here from the Outworld Devourer. Rubik and Magnus are the only two left standing. We do see Weaver trying to get the Rubik. Rubik is going to jump up here through the jungle and pick up that invisibility rune and head back. We do see the RP coming out. The skewer, Weaver goes down. We see the refresher orb on the Magnus, not quite able to get that second RP out. Just not enough mana, even with his mana boots.
By the gods, the Dire's bottom tower doesn't even have arms to defend itself. What a brave tower. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Run, little bottom tower, run.
We do see the telekinesis coming out. Time lapse from the Rubik, and Rubik is going to be stealing that sticky napalm. We do see the Radiant team here. They've lost the tier 3 and the top racks. They have about a third of the damage done to this top tier 3, and their bottom tier 3 is standing rather healthy. They just can't get too far from their base. They aren't really able to venture out, and that's causing a problem as they're sitting back in base. This Dire team is still out there compiling on their advantage. If we look, we just see this Alchemist just getting beefier as they go. They are going to be going on the Magnus. Magnus is going to skewer out and really have no problem here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And here comes the damage to the bottom tower. We are going to see Weaver and Silencer coming in, as well as Jakiro. They have to stop the tower from taking too much damage, because this is really the few chances that they have. We're going to see an Ogre Club coming out on Alchemist here. We still have that sticky napalm up on the Rubik. Outworld Devourer is starting to get a little beefy. He is working on his way to what looks like a BKB. A little late in the game, if you ask me. But then again, he does need to be able to survive against skills like that Eclipse from Luna, which does a tremendous amount of damage right now. And we see Luna was waiting for the Roche to respawn. And Roche is taking a tremendous amount of damage very quickly here. And Luna picks up the Aegis here. She has Butterfly up, she has Yasha, she has the Aegis as well as a BKB with 6-second charge. Not a whole lot left on the BKB there, but then it doesn't really matter. We see the imprisonment coming out on Luna. We do have the silence coming out. Luna is going to be taking up a good amount of damage. We see the telekinesis out on Weaver, and Treant Protector is going to fall there. The imprisonment is out. The Aegis is on the ground, but here goes both Batrider and Outworld Devourer. Both of them fall. Weaver's the only one to make it out of this team fight. And we see the dust used. He is going to get caught up by the unstable concoction. He goes down. You've got 17 seconds before Jakiro's back in. The racks are going down. If we look at buybacks, there are no buybacks on the board except for Alchemist and Treant Protector.
Is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen, as all towers someday must. Radiant's middle barracks are under attack. They should retreat. Radiant's middle barracks have fallen.
And just the tremendous damage
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
that Alchemist can put out.
Have mega creeps.
What are you waiting for?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen, as all towers someday must. The Radiant should really do. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
We do see the final hurrah coming down here. Still, the Eclipse inside of the fountain. We're going to see Outworld Devourer fall, Silencer fall. Just the amount of damage that comes out from Luna as a whole. Tremendous. Great game there. Great game, and the win does go to TramVai. Beautiful playing there. Again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This has been a matchup between Dead or Alive and TramVai. TramVai is taking it. My name is Radnor. You can follow me on both Twitch and YouTube. I want to thank you guys for watching this. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I know it was a great matchup, and I am glad to have brought it to you guys. Thank you.